Hey guys. All right, so I'm just going to reiterate what we did on the call this morning so that you can see this is the instructional video for tablets or pills. Okay, so different words for pills are things like tablets, caplets, capsules. They're abbreviated a lot of times, so it's tabs, caps, gel caps, things like that, okay? So this morning on the call, we went over this one. I'm going to do it again real quick, just to make sure everybody understands the basic concept with something that's very familiar. So this is ibuprofen, and I'm using 200 milligram tablets, okay? You see where it says tablets right there. This is your basic formula, right? Please write this down. You need to do this formula for every single one of these dosage calculation assignments that you have. And it's always the same. Dose you need over the dose you have. That'll give you a number. Multiply that by your unit. In this case, your unit would be 1 because it's a pill form. So for every pill, and that will equal what you give. And remember, your tag is what are you giving? Tablets, capsules, caplets, things like that. I'm only doing pills right now, so our unit will always be 1 for the ones that we're going to go over right now. The dose you need is whatever the doctor ordered. The dose you have is whatever you have. So knowing that our pills are 200 milligrams, and our unit will be 1 because it's a pill, remember? And they're tablets, so I'm going to put tab here. Now, what did the doctor order? How many milligrams did the doctor tell the patient to take each time they take it? I gave you guys an example earlier of 400 milligrams. Let's make it 6 now, 600 milligrams. The doctor ordered 600 milligrams to be taken at each dose. Now again, if you're really good at math, you might be able to figure this out in your head, but you're not always going to be able to do that, which is why you need to know how to do the calculations. Take your calculator. Always put the number that was on top first, the dose you need. Okay, 600. Divide it by the dose you have. That's the number you put on the bottom. Divide by 200 equals 3. So put your 3 here. And again, while we're working with pills, it'll always be 1. So 3 times 1 equals 3 tabs. That means if the doctor told you to take 600 milligrams of Advil, and all you had was Advil 200 milligram pills on hand, then you would need to take 3 of these each time to get how many milligrams the doctor ordered for you, okay? It's an easy formula, never changes, just be consistent. Let's do another one that you might see around your house. I have Tylenol. Okay, and this Tylenol is 500 milligrams for each gel cap. Okay, for each gel cap. So the dose I have is 500 milligrams. It's in a pill form, so my unit is 1. And these are gel caps. I'm sorry if you can't see that as well, but it says gel caps. Now, how much did the doctor order? Let's say the doctor ordered 1,000 milligrams. 1,000 milligrams. Don't let these big numbers scare you because the formula is the same no matter what. The doctor ordered, which is what you need, 1,000 milligrams. The dose you have in that bottle are 500 milligrams in each gel cap, every one gel cap. Okay, so do it the same way. The dose you need is 1,000. Divide it by the dose you have, which is 500. Gives you the number 2. Put that number here. 2 times 1 equals 2 gel caps. So whenever you're ready for your dose of Tylenol, if you were told to take 1,000 milligrams and all you had was Tylenol 500 milligram gel caps, you would have to take 2 of them. Okay? Now don't skip this step just because you're working with pills, because when you have to work with liquids, you might forget it, and that would mess everything up. So even though I know it's kind of silly, especially if you're comfortable with math, don't skip this step. You need to keep it ingrained in your head that this step exists, okay? So that's why I said always set up your formula first before you even do any math. Just set it all up, then do the math and fill in the blanks, and it makes your life much easier, and there's a lot less room for mistakes and errors, okay? I'm going to do one more. Another common medication to have around, right? Benadryl. So the Benadryl comes with the active ingredient of diphenhydramine, HCI, 25 milligrams. Okay? 25 milligrams, right? And this comes in capsules. So the dose we have is 25 milligrams for every 1 capsule. Okay. If the doctor told you to take 50 milligrams, that would be the dose you need. 50 milligrams. So again, take that top number, 50. Divide it by the bottom number, 25. Gives you 2, right? 2 times 1 equals 2 capsules. And I always put an S after the cap if it becomes plural. Okay, if you only had to give 1 pill, then you would be giving 1 cap. But if you're giving more than 1, in this case 2, then it's capsules. Okay, so I'd make that plural. Kind of missed my big board at the school because I wouldn't have to erase so much, but that's okay. Oops. All right, so I'm going to look at this assignment, and I hope you got this one front and back. I think some of you might have gotten the back not copied, and if that's the case, I still have it in an email format. I can try to email it to you, or I can just take a picture of the back and put it up on the Facebook page. That would probably be easier, and you can just look at it from there. I'm only looking at the top section right now, and I'm only looking at the one that deals with pills. When we get into liquids, I'm going to make that a separate video. This is a tablet or capsule, a pill form video. I'll make a separate video for liquids, okay? So let's go with the first one, number 1. It says the desired dose is 50 milligrams, and what we have on hand is 100 milligram tabs. Now, notice I said desired dose here. You're going to hear this in a few different ways. That's why, I'm doing this. I say the dose you need, which is also the dose that is ordered by the doctor, or the desired dose, also the dose that the doctor has ordered. So all these terms are going to be the one that goes on top of your formula, okay? So the doctor ordered the desired dose is 50 milligrams, and what we have on hand is 100 milligram tabs. So the dose we need goes on top, 50. The dose we have is 100. These are tablets, so they're a pill. Your unit stays as 1 tab for now. If it gets to be more than 1, we're going to have to make that plural, remember? Okay, so take your calculator. $50 divided by 100 equals 0.5. Okay, now see, that's a little different. You're not used to seeing that now. We haven't dealt with anything other than whole numbers. 0.5 could also be called a half. 0.5. Okay, 0.5 times 1, anything times 1 is always going to be the same. So 0.5 times 1 equals 0.5 tablet. I'm not going to make that plural now because I'm actually only using a half a tablet, not even using the whole one. How do you do that? Well, there are some medications I'm going to show you that are scored. Let me write that out for you. S-C-O-R-E-D, scored. That means that the pill comes, can you see this, with a line down the middle, okay? Whenever there's a line down the middle, that's called a scored pill. And that means that it is allowed to be broken in half. Not all medication comes like that. Not all pill forms of medication are allowed to be cut in half, okay? So you have to make sure that you're working with a medication that actually is meant to be cut in half, the pills. Like gel caps, like if you've ever taken NyQuil or DayQuil, those gel caps, you can't cut those in half. I mean, you can, but the liquid would leak out of it while you're trying to do it. And so now you don't know if you're getting the right dose or not. So those medications are not meant to be cut in half. But a scored tablet, you absolutely can. I'm going to grab another one here. Bear with me. Maybe not. I thought I had it. I was going to try to show you another one that I had, because I know I had it. Medications that are called ER, extended release. So if you've ever gone and bought like Mucinex over the counter at the pharmacy, it's called extended release. It's good for like 12 hours or even some of them for 24 hours. They are not supposed to be cut either because they have different layers to them. And if you cut it, you mess up those layers. So when you have a medication that can last 12 hours or 24 hours, okay, it's done in different layers. So one layer is going to break down in your digestive system much faster, so it starts working for you now. But then there's another layer that's not supposed to dissolve or break down until it's much lower in your digestive tract, so that it will kick in as the other layer wears off. Okay, so a 12-hour medication, that first layer is supposed to last for about 6 hours. So as the other layer is making its way down your digestive tract, it will start breaking down as that first layer is wearing off. This one kicks in and keeps you going for another 6 hours. Okay, so that's how extended release pills work. So again, we wouldn't want to cut those. Those aren't supposed to be cut. It has to be a scored tablet to know that it's okay to cut this medication in half and only give a half of a tablet. Okay. I'm going to do one more on this worksheet with you because there's one more at the top that deals with pills. Okay. Let's see. Desired dose, 200 milligrams. Dose on hand, 400 milligram tablets. Okay. So the doctor ordered 200 milligrams. That's the dose we need. The dose we have Dose on hand is 400 milligram. Tablets, which means it's a pill, so your unit is 1 tab. Okay? Nothing's changed. Do it in your calculator. Top number goes first, right? 200 divided by 400 equals, there's that 0.5 again, okay? 0.5 times 1 equals 0.5 tablet. So again, that would be another medication that would be allowed to be cut in half, and that's all you would give, or that's all you would take if you were the patient, is half of that pill, okay? So I hope this helps you on your first introduction now to dosage calculations. Feel free to start playing around with some of the other ones, but again, I would suggest doing them on a separate sheet of paper in pencil until we've had an opportunity to go over more. And my next video will be about liquids.